In this short video, you will see some clips from the online course, Resolving Existence Conflicts. This is just going to help you get a feel for what the course is like and some of the things that you will learn about inside of it. We want to talk about the family of existence conflicts, which ultimately kind of comes down to that fear of death. But we want to take that apart. What does it look like to take apart an existence conflict, a fear, this existential fear of losing your life? And so what we want to explore here are some interesting philosophical, even spiritual type of concepts, because this is a big topic and it's something that is at the core for every organism, because within us we have the life principle, and that is that striving for more living. We want to live, we want to have offspring, and we want those offspring to live. And so anything that threatens that, justifiably, it freaks us out and it causes us to, fish out of water, fear for our lives. And that fearing for our lives, what that does is it shuts off closes down the kidney collecting tubules, causes us to retain this water, because it's like our biological last chance is how our body experiences it. And so it's going to do literally whatever it can do to keep you alive, long enough to kind of get back into a stable situation. If this is one of the reasons that you're holding on to water, whether it's straight up fear of death because of hospitalization, a diagnosis, a ride in the ambulance, being there in the hospital for treatment, just afraid of what might happen. And then we'll also get into the financial aspect of it. So losing your livelihood, that existentially is scary. It's, I don't have resources, I don't have money to pay for food, to pay for the things that I need, that my children need to survive. And so financial fears are a big factor in this. Whether you lose a job, lose your income, lose your house, maybe you lost your spouse who was the main breadwinner of the family, and so you no longer have that source of income. There's just so many different circumstances that can kind of trigger this for us. And so we definitely want to talk about, the scarcity mindset we have when it comes to money, the fears that we have when it comes to money, and what we can do about that.
Friends that you can try on, because so much of this stuff really does come down to our relationship to change. That's really what all this stuff is about. I mean, the existence conflict, what is that about? It's about, ultimately it's about, what's death? Death is a change. It's a big change. It's sort of like the ultimate change, you know what I'm saying? A child being born, that's a big change. There was nothing, now there's something, you know what I mean? And in the same way, there was a person, there was a spouse, there was a mother, a father, a grandmother, a grandfather, for some cases there was a child, there was a self, and then there's apparently, there's nothing. It goes from something to nothing, and we tend to get really attached to one, and we tend to be very afraid of the other one. And so what we're looking at here are, how can we optimize those changes? How can we change our map of reality? How can we change our understanding of ourselves, of the world, of other people, of the nature of existence, of the nature of change? How can we see things in a new and different way, and perhaps a clearer way, or perhaps from a higher level where we have a broader perspective of what's going on? And there's another thing that's fundamentally different here too, because most people live in the world of belief systems. And so there's belief system A, and this one gets you to heaven and paradise. The belief system B, hell, B through Z, all lead you somewhere. They're all wrong. And you must believe A, and you must not believe any of the others. And it's pretty much like you just have to kind of say, which one of these pills am I going to take? Which one of these things am I going to decide is right? Which one of these things am I going to buy into? And this isn't that way at all. It's not like this is yet another thing on offer. This is an observational thing. This is a thing where you go on believing whatever you believe, and you also kind of just watch and you pay attention.
And when I started thinking about life that way, it just shifted so much. There was just an internal softening, an internal relaxation.
Notice, if you watch inside your mind as you're hearing these words, that you are naturally inclined to make little changes in what you're doing, or you're thinking, oh, maybe this is nice. That's what it feels like for new resources to be introduced into your experience. And notice how effortlessly you just kind of lay hands on that resource, your mental hands, and begin to go to work with it.